All right, so I'm back, and we're going to go ahead and do the combine mode for Bruticus. So getting these guys all out of the way, we'll do these one at a time. They're all pretty simple. So we'll start with him, and basically we're just going to turn him back into his gun mode. I say basically, but I do mean literally. That's all we're doing. So this folds back, plugs into place, plug that into place. Tab that together. This hinges up. Take the feet, fold them down. Rotate this way. Then pull the hips down like so. This will fold in. This will fold in. And tab them together. Just like that. And he's done. So set him off to the side. Next up, we'll take Vortex here. Take the gun out. Set that off to the side. You want to rotate the head around. Flip this up. Take these arms here and you want to get them out of the way. Just going to tuck them back, I guess. Do the best you can here. Rotate the waist. Plug the legs together. Take one of the little hand feet things. Go hand mode. And just plug it in. Just like that. Simple. Easy. You can take... no, you can't really do that. It's got to just kind of go like that. Yeah. Alright. So, set that off to the side. We'll take blast off here. Take the gun out. Course. Rotate the head around. Fold this back. Now, can this one fold up? No. So you just got to leave it like that. Alright, and then take the arms here, fold them up, and then just, there's a peg, kind of like a little peg right here that you can plug the hands into if you want. Just kind of keep them stationary. Alright, rotate it so that the knees are backwards. Plug these together, just like that. Take another one of the hand feet things. Fold it down, fold the thumb up. Again, I've said this before. I think this would have looked better if they would have just focused on the, like either this a hand or as a foot. Yeah, my same issues could be said about the, War for Cybertron ones. If they would have just done that, it would have just paid off a little bit better. All right. So this one we want to just pull the legs up, plug them together, and we take the arms here. Take this assembly here, fold this up out of the way. This comes back. Rotate. This will just plug in like that. Rotate and plug it in just like that. Pull this all the way down. Everything locks into place just like so. Rotate the head, flip this up, or pop it off. That works too. Just like that. Fold the combiner port up. Take one of the leg feet things. Plug it in. Just like that. And that foot just looks so tiny. Alright, unplug the gun. And you want to get him back into tank mode. So rotate the head. Flip it down. Pull this up. Legs come back. You want to pull them out and then rotate the waist. Collapse them up. This assembly just kind of goes all the way back like that. Take the arms. This will fold up. Tabs into place. Just like that. Same thing over here. Tab into place. Alright. This will come down. Put this in. And then you can take the combiner port and it just rotates out. Now I want to see here. Alright. So you see they're almost as tall as each other, and that's without using the foot. So what you want to do here is then you take this assembly here and it folds up like this. I wanted to try that out before to find out if we really needed to do that, and it is we do. It is we do. That's some great English there, John. It is we do. There we go. I think. No? What the hell? There we go. Pull this up. Alright. And then we can take the other foot thing and plug it into the bottom. And there we go. This does not feel very stable down here, just to give you a heads up. But it does look nice. I like that bulk on it. I guess you don't even need the hand foot thing. This thing could just be the foot if you wanted it to be. Alright. Onslaughts. Take the guns out. Flip this down, flip the head in, flip it back up. Rotate the legs. They will collapse up like you're going into alt mode, but this time you're leaving them out just like that. Fold the heel spur up, fold the foot up just like that. Alright, now you want to see here. This will fold up this way, tab in like that. There's a port there, plug there, plug there, port there. And just tab it in, just like that. Doesn't have any place to really lock it into place, like the whole assembly anyway. So that's a little unfortunate. I kind of wish they would have done that. I want to say the hotspot did. Alright, take this whole assembly, this will fold down. Just hangs off to the side. Fold it down. Off to the side. Rotate this kind of comes up a little bit. Rotate this around. Fold it back down. You want to take this waist assembly. This will come down, and then this will rotate forward, and that is the crotch plate. Fold the wings out, just like that. This will fold back. There's two little ports here and here that just kind of slot into the slots there and there. And then you take this piece here, and this will fold back. And then we'll take these guns here and plug them in. So, just like that. All right. There we go. Alright, and there we go. There is the Bruticus form. The head is amazing. I love this head. This is the best head sculpt out of all the Combiner Wars. Period. I mean, I know a lot of people love that that Devastator head, but this thing is just everything I've ever wanted in a Bruticus head. I mean, this thing is gorgeous. Alright, so take Swindle here, and just like every other Combiner Wars, just slide them in. Slide in Brawl. Take Blast off here. Slide them in. That again, yeah, this assembly just doesn't feel very stable, but it's working. All right, it's working, and there you go. There is Bruticus in combine mode, and yeah, he's pretty cool. I like him. I like this. I like this set a lot. I think this might the overall look of him now that he's complete, I'd say is in par with Superion. I like the Defensor. I like the I did not like the Minosaur. I like the Superion, and I like him. I think he works. I think he works pretty well, actually. You can take your Shockwave and just plug him in, and there you go. He's got his gun. And yeah, he seems to be wanting to go forward a little bit. I don't know if there's much I can do about that. I guess that works a little bit better. He's kind of got the pelvic thrust thing going here. But I guess it works. Posability wise, his head is on a ball joint, so left, right. You can only there it goes. Yep, full range of motion there. A little up and down, works pretty good. See the brawl's falling apart here. I don't like that. Arms ratchet up and down, in and out. There's a bicep swivel, double bend elbows because of the knees. The hand rotates because it's on a port. Fingers rotate here, and then there's the thumb hinge. It hinges around and in and out. Nothing at the waist. Hips. You can move this skirting out of the way. You get good bend there, all the way back there. There's a thigh swivel. Bends at the knee. And there's a swivel at the knee, and the foot can pivot too, or swivel anyway. And yeah, there you go. I'm going to set him back there so he can be this wall a little bit more stable. I really like him. I do. Let's do some size comparisons real quick, and then Nick, who sent me this for review, again, thank you. I can't say that enough. He also sent me the black upgrade, perfect effect upgrade kit, so we'll take a look at how that changes his size. But while he's here, just real quick, here is his scale with Make Toys Giant. As you see, they are just about the same height. Yeah, he's got a little bit more bulk to him, but he's definitely, they're definitely in the same category there. That's why I've been saying, like, if you don't upgrade these guys, this is the best Devastator for you. Just flat out, he's the best Devastator for Combiner Wars. Because I really don't think Devastator needs to be that much bigger than Bruticus. So let's do some other scale comparisons. Here he is with the Legends figure. That looks great. That looks really good. Here he is with Starscream. And this doesn't work at all. It looks okay. Problem is that in the show he was big enough to stand on his shoulder. So depends on what you like about, what you want there. Depends on what your definition of scale. And there he is with Prime. And I like this scale. I do, for the regular Chug. Also, just to point out, you can take this backpack here and you can fold this up if you want to make these cannons look bigger. Like that. If you want to, you can definitely do that. And yeah, so let's get the black upgrade kit on him. I know this isn't his set, but I'll give you a general idea of what he'll look like if you do decide to go with the Perfect Effect upgrade kits, size-wise. So let's take the foot off, set that off to the side. Try and keep these things together the best you can, and then plug the foot in. Yeah, this one goes here. Everything wants to come apart now. The foot wants to come apart, the tank wants to come apart. It's just a mess when it comes to that. There we go. Feet, detach the hands, plug in the new ones. The ball joint is tighter than the pin, or the plug. So, and there you have him in combine mode with the upgrades. Definitely the upgrades do help his proportions a little bit better. This set seems to be a little bit more stable than all the sets I've had before. And now he's just a half a head taller than Giant there. So I don't... if you're going with real G1 accuracy cartoon-wise, Devastator was just a little bit shorter than... or Bruticus was just a little shorter than Devastator, according to the Starscream's Brigade anyway. So, if you're going that route, I would say... So if you're going this route, I'd say this would be the better Devastator for you. Because now he's, again, just about a head taller. Still got some more bulk to him. But that is, I would say this is perfect scale for these two. Absolutely perfect according to the cartoon. He was more powerful, but he was smaller. So this just works perfectly for me. And again, we'll do the scale. Yeah, those feet and hands do add a lot to it. I give them shit, but it does definitely help him out a lot. So yeah, he looks good. I like it. I like it a lot. Now the problem with the hands, though, is because this port or the square peg right here, you cannot get Shockwave to really plug in. You can kind of get it at an angle, but it doesn't really hold. So you can't do this, and that's a shame. So again, if this were mine, I'd just cut off the square peg and call it a day, because then he can hold it. As it is, you can have him hold like one of these little pistols one thing about the Fans Project set that really added to it was the fact that it came with an arsenal of weapons. All in all, though, for the price point that he's at, this whole set, you'd spend $60 for the limbs, plus $25 for the core body. So that's $85 plus 10 here, so that's $95. So about $100 for this whole set. I honestly can't see a good reason. Like, if this is your scale, I can't see a good reason not to do that. I think it's very, very worth $100. Very much worth $100. He's good looking. He's a big boy. He's not huge, and he scales really good with Hercules. It's perfect scale, I think. Especially with those upgrade kits. This is perfect scale for me. That's how I always wanted my Bruticus to Devastator. So I'm gonna give him for the Bruticus mode, and I know a lot of people hated that core body, but for me, I really like it. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I think it's a pretty good figure for the price point. It's pretty good. If you want more MP style or Neo style, bigger and better, Warbitron, obviously Warbitron. That's the only option. At this point, I will say this renders the Fans Project one moot, because that one's too small in comparison to Giant. He's smaller than Giant. They look good together, but at the same time, he's smaller than other Combiner Wars figures. So therefore, there's no purpose to buy it. And this guy definitely invokes more of that G1 feel than the Fans Project one did. I'm not saying their figures are worse than these figures, but they are still using an old Hasbro set. That's 15 years old now? Something like that. At least over 10 years. So it's like, yeah, definitely can do better at this point. But yeah, there you go. I think it's really good. Real quick, I will, I want to hammer my point home, though. So here he is with the Combiner Wars Devastator. And this is what, it's like, okay, I've given this set credit where credit's due. I have. And I'm giving credit where this set is due. But this bothers me. I know a lot of people are really happy that they have a bigger Devastator than the other combiners, and they say he's supposed to be the biggest. But if you watch the cartoon, he's legitimately about half a head shorter than Devastator. He is not half the size of Devastator. Look at this. This does not work in any scale whatsoever together. These guys just do not belong on the same shelf. They just can't. So, for me, I'm done. This doesn't work. But anyway, this set's really cool. I really like it. I know Nick has ordered the gray hands and feet, so that's gonna look really good on him. Hopefully the QC is decent. But as it sits, I think this is a really good set. It's worth the money if you're into this kind of thing. Now for me, I'm not. This is not something for my collection. I was actually going to pass on this whole set entirely, just because it wasn't on my radar anymore. And I'm glad he was able to send it to me to take a look at, because I'm happy I did look at it, because now I can sit here and say, when the G2 set comes out, and I throw Optimus in the mix here, that's gonna look awesome. I already know the Superion set is great. The Minosaur set is meh. I hope they do Defensor at some point. A G2 style Defensor. I don't know if there was a G2 Defensor. I think that got canceled before they made him. But yeah, they're going to do G2 Bruticus. And as it sits, it's like, yeah, the individual bots, I might not like them all that much, but I'm not going to take them out of combined mode. For this shelf, they're staying combined mode because the individual bots don't scale with Legends figures very well, especially if this is my Optimus. But this scales very well here. This is where, the little Seeker mold can almost arguably stand on his shoulder. It's not going to stand, but you get my point, I think. So it's like that. I'm okay with this. Yeah, he should be still a little bit bigger, maybe this size. That's about perfect. But this is acceptable for me. So I'm going with it. And hopefully Perfect Effect works out the QC issues. This set, just a brief look at it, seems to be fine. The sets I've had really loose ball joints for the feet. But yeah, hopefully Perfect Effect has their shit together and they do G2 set for them. If not, I could just buy a whole bunch of these black sets. These work fine. And that will make me super, super, super excited for the G2 box set Bruticus. I think that's going to be such a good set. When I started doing these reviews, I was sitting there thinking, maybe I'll just get the War for Cybertron version. But now it's like, you know what? I'm going with this one. I'm going with the G2 version of this. I'm tempted to just buy this guy now off of BBTS. He said Nick and new copy, just keep this one. But that would be cool. But yeah, I don't think this set works for my scale. But yeah, all in all, great figure. He's fun. I'm a little concerned about that brawl foot. But outside of that, he definitely evokes the right marks. And, even with him being a plane, the way he folds up, you can barely tell. You can barely tell that it's not a space shuttle. It's like, at this point, it doesn't matter. He's an arm. But yeah, for me, this works for this scale and this price point. Obviously, for my main collection, I'm not getting this for my main collection at all. I'm going to get the Warbatron one. I'm thinking I'm going to get the Warbatron one and the KO Warbatron one just to compare the two, and then also have two on the shelf. One for combined mode, one for bot mode. But, if you're an MP collector, this is not for you. But if you are a chug collector, I think this is the best Bruticus thus far. When it really boils down to, you got the Fans Project set, you got this guy, and you got the Fall Cybertron one. And Fall Cybertron one and the Fans Project one, they have their issues. This guy, he's got his issues, but for the most part, he's got his shit together a lot better than the other two do. Pretty much right out of the box, you get these stupid things, but you add the upgrade kit, you're good to go. You are good to go. So yeah, I don't know where this review is going to actually land. I've recorded all of this on Tuesday. Let's see, what day is this? It is Tuesday, January 12th right now that I've recorded everything. I've recorded the Rant of the Week responses for the Fans Project one. I recorded this entire wave, and I've recorded the Anarchus. Because this guy's, at this point, by the time this video's up, this guy's already home. So, I don't know how long it's going to take me to get all these videos up. Because at this point, I also have this upgrade kit on the way. So, hopefully we'll take a look at that soon, too. So, anyway, there you go. There is the... wow, I almost called him Warbatron. That would have been an error. There is the Combiner Wars Bruticus. I like him. This could have been silver too, I guess. I like him a lot. I really enjoy this figure. Thank you again, Nick, for letting me take a look at this. I hope you enjoyed the reviews, and I hope I wasn't too rough on your figures. But yeah, if anybody else wants to send me stuff to take a look at, I'm always happy to oblige, and I will do my best not to damage the figures as I go. That's all I can promise. I can't promise I won't, because you never know. But anyway,